You know that moment when you wonder what really makes a difference for women in moments of intimacy? Well, it's not just about size or performance. In this video, I'm going to share with you valuable guidance on what is truly important for women. The truth is, pleasure in moments of intimacy goes far beyond superficial aspects. With the experience gained over a lifetime, we learn that true connection, mutual satisfaction, and attention to detail are what really matter in building an unforgettable intimate experience. I'm going to share with you now precious tips, not as a clinical specialist, but as someone mature in romantic relationships who has already traveled this path, who has discovered in practice what can completely transform your sex life. Believe me, sometimes it's the small adjustments that make all the difference. From proper hygiene to overall appearance, these details not only increase your confidence, but also intensify the pleasure for both partners. Before we dive into the tips, make sure you're already subscribed to our channel. Here, we are dedicated to offering valuable advice and suggestions about relationships and sexuality, especially for people over 50. Our goal is simple: to help you live a life full of love, pleasure, and true connection. First of all, what really matters to women? Let's talk about something that is often misunderstood: penis size. There is a widespread belief that bigger is better, but the reality is much more complex and interesting than that. For most women, penis size is not the determining factor for pleasure. Of course, there are individual preferences, but what really stands out is care and attention to detail. The overall aesthetics of the penis, hygiene, and how you present yourself are aspects that can influence much more than a few extra centimeters. Let's start with hygiene, which is absolutely essential. Imagine intimacy as a sacred ritual. For this ritual to be truly appreciated, you need to be prepared. This means ensuring that the penis is always clean and well cared for. Wash it with warm water and a mild soap, specially formulated for the intimate area. Pay attention to all parts, including the area under the foreskin if you're not circumcised. This attention to detail prevents the buildup of dirt and unpleasant odors, which can be a real mood killer at the moment. In addition to basic cleanliness, it's important to maintain a care routine that involves moisturizing. The skin of the penis, like any other part of the body, can dry out and crack, especially in dry or cold climates. Using a gentle, fragrance-free moisturizer helps keep the skin soft and healthy. And let's not forget about the choice of underwear. Opting for cotton briefs allows for better ventilation in the area, preventing moisture buildup that can lead to irritation or infection. Very tight underwear can cause discomfort and even impair blood circulation, which can affect your performance. But it's not just about cleanliness and external care. Overall health is also fundamental. A balanced diet, rich in nutrients, and regular physical exercise contribute not only to the health of the penis, but to the entire body. Good blood circulation, for example, is essential to maintain high sexual function, and this is reflected in the quality of your intimate life. Staying hydrated by drinking plenty of water is also crucial for skin health and general well-being. Now, let's talk about something that is often overlooked: the appearance of pubic hair. While everyone has their preferences, keeping hair well trimmed can make a significant difference in the intimate experience. This doesn't mean you need to remove everything unless that's your preference, but trimming the hair shows care and consideration. Additionally, it can prevent discomfort during oral sex, something many women appreciate. A well-cared-for penis with a pleasant appearance is not only more attractive but also demonstrates that you care about your health and well-being. And what about the shape of the penis? Did you know that the shape can influence sensations during sex? Every woman has her preferences, but in general, the shape of the penis head and the natural curvature can make all the difference. A gentle curve can, for example, help reach specific points during penetration, increasing pleasure. And even if your penis has a shape you consider different, the most important thing is how you use it. Being in tune with your partner's needs and desires can provide a much more satisfying experience than worrying solely about size or shape. And speaking of communication, this is perhaps the most underestimated aspect, and at the same time, the most powerful in intimacy. Open dialogue with your partner about what she likes, what excites her, and even what doesn't work for her is the key to a gratifying sexual relationship. Sometimes, small adjustments in the intensity or depth of penetration, based on her feedback, can transform the experience from something ordinary to something extraordinary. Now, let's address the issue of testicles, a part of the male body that is often neglected but also has its role in aesthetics and sexual pleasure. Just like the penis, the testicles should be well cared for and healthy. Hygiene is essential, as is avoiding dry skin by using gentle moisturizers. Keeping the hair trimmed around the testicles not only helps with cleanliness, but also makes oral sex more enjoyable for your partner. Another interesting aspect is the issue of testicle temperature. Wearing very tight or heat-retaining underwear can increase the temperature of the area, which is not ideal for testicle health and can even affect sperm production. Opting for clothes that allow for adequate ventilation, like cotton briefs, can help keep the testicles healthy. Remember, healthy testicles are part of a healthy body, and taking care of them is another way to show that you value your health and your partner's pleasure. Returning to the topic of size, it's important to highlight that many women prefer a medium-sized penis because a very large penis can cause discomfort. The vagina has limited depth, and a very long penis can hit the cervix, which can be painful for many women. Additionally, a very thick penis can make penetration difficult and uncomfortable. Therefore, the ideal is to find a balance where the penis is comfortable for both during the relationship. But remember, more important than size is how you use your penis. Being attentive and in tune with your partner's needs can provide much more pleasure than size itself. Foreplay. Foreplay, that magical moment that sets the stage for the big experience. Many women need time and stimulation to become fully aroused and ready for penetration. And it's not just about touches and caresses, but also about creating an atmosphere of trust and emotional connection. Foreplay is an opportunity to explore your partner's body, understand her reactions, and increase anticipation and desire. Don't rush this moment. Enjoy it to the fullest, as it can make all the difference in the experience that follows. In addition to foreplay, technique during sex is also crucial. Knowing different forms of stimulation, such as varying rhythms and intensities during penetration, or exploring different types of touches, can transform the experience into something much richer and more satisfying. But again, all of this should be done based on communication and feedback from your partner. Ask, listen, observe, and adjust as necessary. Confidence. This is an indispensable ingredient in the recipe for a full sex life. Feeling secure in yourself, in your abilities, and in your capacity to provide pleasure is something that shines through and directly affects the quality of the sexual experience. But confidence is not something that comes from nowhere. It is built with practice, experience, and above all, with the openness to learn and improve. And we can't forget about creativity. Keeping your sex life alive and interesting often requires a bit of innovation. Don't be afraid to try new positions, different locations, or even to fulfill fantasies that you both share. Novelty can bring a refreshing spark to the relationship, keeping desire alive and intimacy high. Empathy, finally, is perhaps the most profound of all secrets. Understanding and respecting your partner's desires, needs, and limits is what transforms sex into something more than a physical act, elevating it to a true expression of love and connection. Showing affection, respect, and consideration, not only during sex but in all moments of intimacy, builds a solid foundation for a full and satisfying sex life. In the end, what really matters in intimacy is the connection between partners. It's not just about techniques or appearance, but about how you relate to the other person, how you value and care for them, and how you genuinely and passionately engage in this experience. I want to highlight the importance of confidence, skill, and communication in bed. The way you behave and interact with your partner can completely transform the sexual experience. Open communication is essential. Ask your partner what she likes and what makes her feel good. Being present in the moment, without distractions, allows you to better perceive her reactions and adjust your actions to make the experience more pleasurable. Technique is equally important. Knowing different forms of stimulation and how your partner's body responds to them can enrich the sexual experience. Foreplay, for example, is essential to prepare your partner for penetration and ensure a satisfying experience. So, what do you consider most important in intimacy? Leave your comments below because your experiences and questions are always welcome here. Did you enjoy the content? Don't forget to leave your like. This helps us a lot to continue bringing videos with advice and suggestions on relationships and sexuality, especially for those over 50 who want to continue living a life full of love and pleasure. If you haven't subscribed yet, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you don't miss our next video, What Only Mature Men Know About Women. Stay tuned for updates and see you in the next video.